Hi guys, I'm Nick Bester, and before I show you my Cambridge Half 2024 video, I just want to announce that we've got two new pieces of merchandise. The first of which is the Boom Shakalaka socks, and the next thing are these awesome hoodies. I also want to thank everyone who's bought merchandise. In the last 7 months since we've partnered up with Adidas, we've moved more than £60,000. So thank you so much for the support. You don't need to be a Best Athletics member, of course not, to buy merchandise. And we've just recently partnered up with a new shipping agent, Specialist Sport, their division of Adidas. So we ship globally. As part of a promotion for these new socks, the first 100 orders will get a free pair of funky socks. Go get them, onwards and upwards. Thanks for the support. Operation Get This Higher. Okay, I'm going to speak through some of my racing kit and some of my pre-race fueling. So let's start off with new shoes day. Thank you so much, Adidas. Pro 3's my go-to racing shoe. I race anything from 5K, 10K, half marathon to marathon, potentially even ultras one day in the shoe. This is the Ivory Core Black Crystal Sand shoe. Absolutely love. Okay, let's look at my race day kit. So starting off with the Pro 3's, which I just spoke about, and I'm wearing arm sleeves today with some matching gloves. It was a cold 3 degrees. Boom Shakalaka socks. First time I'm racing in them, dropping very soon. Look out for that. Adidas split shorts. I've got a Garmin Forerunner 965 watch, Pre-Max anti-friction balm, life's too short to chafe. Beta Fuel range from Science and Sport, the high performance one. A new camera, Insta360 Go, Ketone IQ, and a Strava cap. Here's a look at my pre-race dinner. Hello carbs, and yes, I had 3 bowls. Okay, race morning is here. I start every day with a hydration tablet, and then an espresso coffee. Can't function without this. My go-to pre-race or pre-session food, peanut butter and honey bagels, plus another bagel, so 2 bagels in total, and ooh, I've got peanut butter issues. And then these oat bars with 1 hour to go. Starting off with an electrolyte go, which I'll sip about 2 hours before, and then within an hour to go to the rest, I'll have this Beta Fuel 80-gram carb drink mix. And then I'm taking 2 gels, one at the start, one at halfway, 40 grams carb each, with a Ketone IQ shot at the start. As soon as I finish, 24 grams of Rego recovery protein. Hello Tower Bridge, see you in a few weeks time for London Marathon. Here's runner's problems right here. 2-hour trip to Cambridge after loading up on all that liquid without having a wee is a long trip.
Boss. And be the winner. Be the winner. Chicken dinner. No. Da. So good luck, Daddy, we love you.
Good luck, Daddy, we love you.
Bye.
Join me for Cambridge Half 2024. The goal in the beginning is to, number 1, be sensible, and number 2, get into a good pack. I'm not going to talk too much in the beginning. I want you to experience and soak up these vibes. You have that pre-race adrenaline, you're carb loaded, you're so pumped for this race, but you've got to be super careful because if you go too fast now, you're going to burn matches for later on. Quick running in the beginning often feels so slow, but never underestimate the damage that you do. Fly now, pay later. This first kilometer is pretty electric. Check it out. I get lots of boom shakalakas en route, thanks for the support, but this must be one of the most impressive I've ever got. Absolutely love it. Okay, well, if I was worried about whether there would be people to work with today, that is not a problem. Every year this field seems to be getting stronger and stronger. Just to recap, 2 years ago I managed to win Cambridge Half in 66.19. Last year I ran 66.54 and finished 7th. What can I do this year? Going into this race, I've built some really good momentum. After being absolutely nowhere at the beginning of the year, the last 2 months have been really good. I've been training well and I've been racing quite well. I recently came off a 5k in 14:38, which for me is very good. And even though I've got really good leg speed at the moment, I haven't done that much half marathon training. So let me see, it could pay off, it could not. Let's see. In order to break 67 minutes, I need to average 3:10 per kilometer, and the first kilometer split is coming up in 3:02. My word, it feels so easy, but at the same time, I know I'm burning matches. I'm now left with a decision to make. I have a choice. Do I back off right now, because I know for me this pace is definitely not sustainable, or do I tuck into this group for as long as I can and just bank good time, know that I'm going to hurt later on, but see what I can do. That guy just in front of me is Samuel Gabriel-Selassie. He is proper pedigree. I mean, with a surname like that, how can he not be? Absolutely amazing running style. I recently beat him in a 5k, but I know he's super talented. Now it's all about getting into this group and conserving as much energy as possible. Ideally, this group is going off a lot quicker than I anticipated. It's not the lead group. The lead group is just in front. This is the chasing pack, which I've now committed to for as long as possible, but I know deep down inside, this pace is not sustainable, even though it's feeling comfortable at this early stage. We're not even at the 2k. Every race, it blows my mind just how easy that adrenaline and support make those first few Ks feel like. I know we went off just over 3 minutes a K. What I would do to feel that good at the back end of a race, I would pay a lot of money for that. The start of Cambridge Half is quite quick, and we're going through our 2nd kilometer mark in 3:01. Am I banking a world of time for later on, or am I just being plain out stupid? I'm pumped for this race. Remember, having won it 2 years ago, it's got a very special place in my heart. There's teammates in this race, run as a coach. I want to lead by example. I want to do the best that I can do. So even though I know I'm going to pay for my sins and going out too fast, I'm not giving up. Let's see what we can finish on. Could it be something extremely special today? Here's a turnaround point, and we have a look at the leaders coming through. Quick tip for these U-turns, you really want to try come in from a wide angle and accelerate through it so you're not losing any time. Okay, so here we're coming back on runners. I try to keep form as best as possible while just having a little glance to the right so we can see other runners coming through. Check it out. I'm actually feeling like I'm not breathing that heavy. My heart rate at the moment is around 167. However, the camera is quite close to my mouth, so it sounds worse than what it is. Oh, looking back at this race, these beginning stages are so sweet. I'm going to learn a lot recapping this race, and I hope you're going to learn a lot too. Okay, here we hit the 3 kilometer mark in 3:08. Still quite quick, but a lot more realistic for me. We have got an amazing group. Now deep down inside, I know I want to fight with everything I got to stay with this group all the way to the end, but I also know my current capabilities right now, and that's pretty much impossible with my current fitness. So I've decided to go with them for Well, not quite as long as possible. I need to back off before I completely hit a wall. So I'm thinking at the moment we're averaging around 3:05 per K, which is about 5 seconds quicker than I'd want it to. However, when I start hurting, call it at about 80 to 90%, I'm going to start backing off, lose a bit of time, and hopefully pick it up towards the end. That's the decision I've made this race. That's what I'm sticking to, and I'm going to have no regrets. Okay, I'm going to tell you something scary. We just went through the 5K split in 15:07. Okay, I must say that 5K marker was probably about 80 meters early, but still, at that pace, it's 64-minute half marathon pace. Nick, are you kidding me? Wake up and smell the coffee, buddy. Reality's about to smack you in the face. Before I enter Struggle City, let's just take a moment to appreciate just how beautiful Cambridge is. This is a new part of the route. I hadn't done this part before, but my word, I'm so glad I captured it on system. Can you see we're not exactly running on the road here, we're running on sand, so I think it's a fast half marathon, but I think there are faster around, but just look at that. Wow. Nearing the 6-kilometer mark, and I'm starting to fall off the back of this pack. It's time. It's time for me to conserve a bit of energy for later on. If I try to keep up with the pack for any longer, then I will hit the Great Wall of China. And you know those thoughts that come through your head where you think, should I DNF? Should I pull over? Those will come through about 55 times a minute. So I'm currently averaging 3:06 on my watch. Remember, I want to average 3:10, so I've banked a bit of time. Let me just back off, I'm thinking. Let it progressively fade all the way to around 3:11 or even 3:12 per kilometer. And in that last 3 or 4 kilometers, I can find something when the crowds pick up again. Here we go. I've made my bed. Now I have to sleep in it. 2/3 of the race to go, and it is going to be solo city all the way. Me versus me blocking out the demons. I've trained for this moment. Not the ideal start, not the way I wanted to run, but I've made this decision. I'm going to live with it, and let's just see, could it pay off? If I look at all my PBs, 5K, 10K, half marathon and marathon, they've all come off negative splits. That's when I run best. But in these situations, sometimes when you start getting towards the front end of the field, you really have to make in-race decisions like I did and either go with the pack or go with a different pack. I think in hindsight, looking back, I probably should have run my own race completely and gone with the pack behind me. But I was feeling so good in the beginning, and I know I can and I will. I just need more training to get there.
Let's go, Nick! Come on, Nick! Boom, shakalaka! Come on, son! Looking good, mate!
The support is unreal. Thank you guys so much. It really motivates me. I cannot explain. I hope this gives you a good feel when I say I've had a tough day in the office. It's still unbelievable. The people out there, the support you get, doing what I love, I literally cannot complain. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest. I got a new Insta360 Go 3 camera for this, and it can record for 48 minutes. However, I'm running for longer than 48 minutes, so you need to click start and stop. Given the fact that I'm now currently seeing flames, I thought I'd stopped it, but I actually hadn't. So I captured parts of the routes that I didn't want to and didn't quite capture the end from my view, but I'm really glad I did, because this shows you what real racing is all about. You know what? You often see the highlights, but you never see those down times where you're fighting demons, and I'm going to speak you through them. This right here is often what racing is all about. You versus you. I'm going to keep quiet for a little bit just to give you a feel of just how lonely it is out there at the moment. I've completely fallen off the pack, and it's just me versus the demons.
Let's go, come on.
Go on, Nick. Let's go, Nick. Well done.
breathe. Let's go.
It is lonely out there at the moment. Runners are few and far between, but here's another runner coming through. I'm really hoping we can work together to try and find something. I stuck with him for a bit, but he just kept on getting stronger and I couldn't hold it. 10k splits, 31-31. To put it into perspective, last week I raced the 10k in 32:03. So I was over 30 seconds quicker in a half marathon. So I am on my limit and have given this an absolute full send from the word go. Okay, we're into the second half of the race now. This next bit I'm going to tell you is very important. I coach a lot of runners myself. I see it happen all the time. I do it myself. I've done it in this race. I'm going to explain what the best thing is to do once you've gone out too hard. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard of hitting the dreaded wall. Right now, in many ways, I am hitting the wall. My pace has significantly slowed. However, I'm deciding to take my medicine now rather than completely blow up. So I've slowed down right down from 306s per kilometer early on to 315s per kilometer in the hope that I can find something and pick it up towards the end. Motivational levels going into this race was extremely high, but once you've hit that wall and your morale drops, your splits drops, it's so hard to keep that motivation high and pick yourself back up. You need to do these two things. Firstly, take each kilometer as it comes. Forget about the bigger picture. Just grind out each kilometer. Often you tend to find harder ones, and then often you just tend to find something. Before you know it, you've got a third of the race left, a fifth of the race left, and you're almost there. 1 kilometer at a time. The second thing, now this is much easier said than done, but you need to try and take your mind somewhere else. If you're constantly thinking people are overtaking you, my splits are slowing, you're struggling, this was a target race, what on earth is going on, this is disappointing, try and just shift your mind to a complete different place. Yes, it's a struggle right now, but get rid of those negative thoughts. You banked a hell of a lot of good time in the beginning. You can find something extra at the end. I am not giving up. Hell no. We never have, we never will. We are not quitters. 1 kilometer at a time. Okay, so I've let the pace slide the last few kilometers to avoid absolutely blowing. Can I pick it up the last 5? Because the last kilometer never counts.
Come on.
I could really do with a bit of company to keep me on my toes and bring out the best of my competitive spirit in this last bit. It's a very cool windy section this, I'm not going to lie, as we head back in towards town, and I can hear the vibes of the people shouting in the air already. From here on in, my camera stopped, and thank you so much to everyone who sent footage in.
Go on, Nick. Bring it home, Nick. Let's
Nick,
go.
you wanted company? Well, here you go, you've got company. Stick with them or get dropped in no man's land once again.
Go on, Nick.
We finding something. Yes! I knew we would. Backing off at that midway stage was the right thing to do. We're now picking the pace right up. I'm staying hot on their tails. Big sprint finish coming up.
Go on, Nick. Let's go, Nick. Come on, mate. Looking good, mate. Looking good.
That's Nick coming. Woo! Come on, Nick!
All says you've done a fantastic time, Daniel. On their numbers. So Williams is going to all striking up for it. Gosh, the best head in the day,
Here's a look at my splits. Thank you so much to those guys at the end for helping me find another gear.
Oh, thanks so much, buddy. Appreciate it. Oh, my word. These full sends just don't get easier, that's for sure. Yeah, do you know what? Sometimes you've got to risk it for the biscuit. Today I risked it it didn't pay off. I didn't quite execute the way I would have liked to. But at the same time, you got to look at the positives. Like, it's my third fastest half marathon ever, 67:20-ish. Yeah, the field gets faster every year. So that just shows you when you have those days, like I did 2 years ago.
Welcome home to Adam Fowler and Laurie. To these runners of all.
I can't believe I won this race. It's probably the best moment I've ever felt. And I can't believe I just won the Cambridge Half Marathon. Thanks, champ. When I won it, you've got to soak it all up. But we're returning to fitness. Thanks so much. Well done. Well done. And it's good vibes all around. Sometimes you've got to risk it. I did go for it. I was in pain from early on, so considering where I was, I'll take it. First outing in the Boom Shakalaka socks. They were amazing. Check them out.
Of your channel, Nick.
Give me your name, Tom. How'd you go?
Morgan, 73 minutes, I think, just under. Negative split.
Woo! Awesome stuff. No?
My name is Cristobal from Spain, from Almeria, and my time is 1 hour and 14 minutes.
Woo!
Incredible, thank you very much.
Well done, champ. Well done.
Oh, he looked green this morning.
Hey, how'd you go? 1:13:30. So 3 minutes. He was targeting sub 75.
Keep cheering, brother. They have run 14.15 this morning. And got some bolts just. Guys, I need some of you. Come on, Fulham.
Yeah, bear in mind, we're still only 1 hour and 15 minutes into the event here this morning. We started at 9:30. All these athletes hit the first wave.
Oh, and here we've got a runner for one of our charity partners, Cancer Research UK, absolutely smashing it towards the finish line.